Meaning that we're going to make sure that we have this conversation a little bit more. If you're an artist out there, please, let's keep on pushing. Just like we pushed hashtag Play Kenyan Music, let's make sure that we get what is due diligence, right? And right about now, I have this conversation with a gentleman who goes by the name MC Baridi. Yes, MC Baridi, but for the cool things that he's doing. Yeah, I know that pun went really wrong. But 46 counties is where Blast, the organization which he is a CEO, is actually covers, and 47,000 is the number of the registered number of members. Right about now, we have MC Baridi. Uko sawa?
Fiti.
Good to see you.
Fiti. Long time, manze.
Cool CEO, Blast. Ambia watu kwanza Blast ina stand for what, so that they get to know.
Blast building lives around sound transformation. Yeah.
And you're a champion in the fight against HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
You have a position in that. Please talk to us about that.
And also I graduated. So I do HIV, TB, malaria, and also now I talk about cancer. So my work is to give people information on HIV. I want to see this country to have a HIV-free generation, and I think that's why I started this organization, which is it's called Blast. So I started with few members, and then some members ran away. Then I remained alone. Then I decided that we are not going to stop until we are done.
How is it being a young CEO? Unajua kukuwa CEO si rahisi. It means that you're running your communications business, your programs, and what are some of the programs that you are running?
So leadership is not easy. I started this as a volunteer work, and right now we wrote a proposal on a global fund, which received money. And our proposal was one of the best proposals.
Unasema tu money, tuambie ni how much?
Pesa ni mingi, maze siwezi sema. So, kaka ni nyongo hapo nje. So I have staff here. I have an office in Kilifi. I'm doing adolescent program in Kilifi County to end early pregnancy among adolescent girls. I also do programs. I have staff in Kilifi who are working, who are full staff in payroll. I have other staffs in Turkana at the same time. I have 3 staffs in Kilifi. And some volunteers. I have also 2 staffs in Turkana who also make sure that the people who are HIV positive, who are taking medication, they need to see them. We need to talk to them each and every time, who are full-time workers. Then I have staff in Nairobi. My office in Nairobi, I work also closely with the government, but now I have my office for the Blast, which is Rose Avenue, which I have staff to make sure that everything is running in the headquarters in Nairobi office here.
Speaking of which, HIV and AIDS is not a big name when it comes to diseases. Now cancer is overtaking that.
Yeah.
But then talk to us about how the fight has been. How has it been easy, that journey, meeting orphans who've lost their parents to HIV and AIDS, and just interacting with people who live with HIV and AIDS and the stigma? Maybe just touch on those.
Yeah. So it was in around 2015 where the data from National AIDS Control was saying that 15,000 young people get infected. And that thing hit me so much that I started to look
per day, or 15,000
in a year.
In a year?
Yeah. Okay. So it was something that I got like no one is acting, and all the people that were doing HIV program were older people. Then I came up with the idea of what can we do that can help these people. Then I came with the idea of creating behavior change or creating awareness.
Is it amongst the youth alone?
I'm dealing with the youth. Was IHZ. Dealing with the youths, dealing adolescents also. So what I realized right now is because of the new infection that is taking place, according to the research, last week, but when I was in Mexico, I'm not bragging.
Hey, sorry. It is just in your DNA. Last week when I was in Mexico.
So when I was doing when we were discussing some issue, I realized that why these people are getting new infection is because of something right now we are going through as young people. And you remember I discussed this with you, which is mental illness, which is depression. So these people use sex as a stress reliever. So they don't have anyone to discuss these issues with. So they want someone to talk to that love them. So that's why they end up having sexual intercourse without protection. And that's why you're getting a lot of this number of infection. At the same time, they're using alcohol. I know when you are drunk, you don't know what is going to happen next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So drug and drug abuse are one of the elements that are contributor towards the high prevalence.
Yes. So I'm looking at a way where we can reduce this with the language that young people understand. That's why now we have a tomorrow concert.
And speaking of the concert tomorrow, how does talent aid such maybe conversations? So talk to us about Blast Got Talent.
So Blast Got Talent, I realized that when you come up, down, and then you feel like you put tents outside there, no one will come for HIV testing. No one will want to hear what you want to say. But what is really making these young people to come and get tested is through edutainment. So I look at what speaks to their heart. You know, music is fun, and music hits you, feel no pain, man. So what I decided is, what are we going to do? So that's why I wrote a proposal from HF. Then we are working together with HF to do this, and also the NASCOP and other partners and stakeholders to make sure that we bring young people tomorrow in Nairobi Cinema. So what we are going to do is to do the talent search. So the ones that will perform, and we'll have the judges. So if you qualify, we'll know how to engage you with other producers.
Okay.
But at the same time, what we are doing tomorrow is
So it's
just
basically for musicians or
no
all
music,
kinds of dance?
comedy, dance, spoken word, it's all sorts of things. But my
Talents,
main thing is just to bring them together.
In order for them to test
Yes,
for
then
the HIV.
test on HIV, discuss the mental illness, look at the challenge, because we are going to have panel discussion with people with audience. So it will be one-on-one, so that we feel that as a country, where are we going?
Nice. How can people be part of BLAST as volunteers, basically? Where do they get more information about that, especially on social media?
Yeah, so you can come, and we have Facebook, BLAST, what do you call it? Twitter is BLAST Kenya, Facebook is BLAST Campus Hat, IG is BLAST Kenya. So you can just come, if you send a message in Facebook, BLAST, we respond. We respond and we talk to people.
MC Baridi, thank you very much for creating time. Tukumbusha ati BLAST inamaanisha nini?
Building lives around sound transformation.
Building lives around sound transformation.
Wasikose kukamshow.
Wasikose.
Ni free, kwanza show ni free.
Ni free kesho.
Ni free, hakuna.
Starting what time?
10 to 10 p.m. So we don't charge.
10 to 10 p.m.
We have snacks, we have refreshments. So
Hey, sipole.
amazing.
Asante. Thank you very much for creating time to be here with us.